Welcome to FRC Media News for Thursday, March 28th, 2019. I'm Keith Tebow. On tonight's program, we recap the community's response to the recent vandalism at Fall River's Hebrew Cemetery. We detail how to donate food to a local food pantry and look ahead at the Bristol County Chamber's annual Home and Garden Show scheduled for this weekend. Let's start off with last week's unfortunate vandalism at the Hebrew Cemetery in the city of Fall River. As we reported during last week's program, the community of Fall River is still reacting to the acts of vandalism at the Hebrew Cemetery in the city's south end. Nearly 60 gravestones were either overturned or desecrated with anti-Semitic slurs and symbols. Fall River Police and the FBI are currently investigating the incident as a hate crime. On Tuesday evening, hundreds of community members of all faiths gathered at the cemetery for a vigil to denounce the hatred of the vandalism and gather in solidarity and peace.
Scrawled on the headstones behind me constitute a crime against the community. Not just the Jewish community, but the entire community. Every person buried here is connected to a living family member, a friend, a community.
I'm a member of Adas Israel Synagogue and Temple Bethel. My husband is buried over here. His mother and father are buried over here. His brother's buried here. His cousins, his friends are buried here. And my mother and father are buried in the Temple Bethel Cemetery on North Main Street. So the Jewish community stretches from the south to the north. So I am a long-time resident in Fall River. And when I heard what happened to the Adas Israel Cemetery, I came down to see if any of our stones were desecrated.
On one of the headstones, the words, "Expel the Jews," were written. And we have a message for the individual who wrote it. We will not be expelled. We will not remain silent. We will stand up for ourselves and for all those targeted by bigotry. As members of this community, we will not be intimidated, and we will not tolerate anti-Semitism or any kind of hatred. We gather today in solidarity, united to declare this sacred burial ground no place for hate, to declare Fall River no place for hate, and to declare Massachusetts no place for hate. There is someone out there who knows who is responsible for what happened here. And to the person or persons who know, it is time to step up. Because crimes against the community mean all of us have an interest in ensuring that there is accountability. And for those who are a little unsure about what to do, there's actually an added incentive. There is a reward totaling $16,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons who's responsible.
FRC Media and the Fall River Herald News held a roundtable discussion this week around the incident of hate speech following last week's vandalism at the Hebrew Cemetery. Joining us were Rabbi Mark Elber and Cantor Shoshana Brown of Temple Bethel and Dr. Ron Weisberger, Director of the Holocaust Center at Bristol Community College. All three shared their astonishment in reacting to the acts of vandalism.
And I was shocked, but at the same time, not really surprised, just because of the divisive atmosphere in the country these days. So I mean, there's so much, people feel so emboldened to express, very bigoted ideas that I wasn't surprised. But at the same time, we've felt, very welcomed here. So that's what made that was the shock element of it.
I guess my first response is that, well, what has been happening is, as the rabbi said, has now come home to Fall River. So it makes it feel very immediate. And I guess we've been, in our Holocaust Center, we've been working to provide education. So I felt also, on the other hand, saying I'm glad that we're doing this kind of work, especially with young people as well as others. So it's kind of first being shocked, feeling it's coming home, but also feeling like the work we're doing is that much more important.
I think there's always a tipping point. You never know exactly where it is when something like this happens. Is it better to ignore these people? So, for example, you know, if somebody were to paint a swastika on the door of the temple, do you quickly paint over it and not let them get the satisfaction of seeing their work in the newspaper and then it will feel like they did nothing? Or do you make a big deal out of it and then the community comes and rallies around and everybody stands up and says, you know, there's no room for this here? So depending on the incident, how major it is, it's hard to know where that line is.
FRCmedia was at the vigil this week and also at yesterday's panel discussion at the Herald News. You can watch the vigil tonight at 7 p.m. and the panel discussion at 8 p.m. right here on Channel 95. Police this week made 3 arrests in response to 2 bank robberies over the last couple of weeks. 18-year-old Riley Tejada of Attleboro and 18-year-old Jalen Hill of Cambridge were arrested and charged with robbing the Bank 5 branch on 13th Street on March 14th. Following an anonymous tip, police apprehended and charged 36-year-old Jason Boudria for the robbery on March 19th of the Bay Coast Bank branch at 490 Robeson Street. Police this week also announced that the 1110 Robeson Street branch of Fall River Municipal Credit Union was robbed. No suspects have been publicly identified or apprehended at this time. We'll have more FRCmedia news right after this.
Here are some job descriptions on the latest hot jobs list from the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center. Sales and Service Associate. Starwood, a division of Marriott Hotels located at 159 Mariano Bishop Boulevard, is in need of a full-time sales and service associate to answer questions about property facilities, services, room accommodations, and process reservations. Job number 118-83550. Relationship Manager. Bank of America, located at 10 North Main Street, is looking for a full-time relationship manager responsible for managing a portfolio of commercial relationships that require financial services and products to meet their needs. Job number 118-82605. Home Health Aide. Beata Home Health Care Incorporated is looking for a full-time home health aide in the Fall River area to care for physically, mentally, or emotionally ill or injured people who wish to receive care in their home. Job number 118-85797. Burlington Stores Incorporated, located at 181 Mariano S. Bishop Boulevard, is looking to fulfill the following full and part-time positions. Customer Service Supervisor, job number 118-82641. Retail Receiving Associate, job number 118-84315. The Sarah S. Brayton Nursing Center, located at 4901 North Main Street, is looking to fulfill the following full and part-time positions. Certified Nursing Assistant, job number 118-82888. Occupational Therapist, job number 118-82883. For more information on these or other positions, visit masshiredjobquest.detma.org or call the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center at 508-730-5000.
Welcome back. Food and monetary donations are needed by Citizens for Citizens for its ongoing food pantry.
We still service about 600 families a month, which comes out to about 1,100 or so individuals.
And how have you been doing budget-wise?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of the places we did receive grants for have either closed or they do not give grants out to individual places anymore. They do it in a big company, and a lot of other places can apply. So it's a lot of people fighting for the same grants. It makes it really hard. So we don't have as many grants as we used to. We do get Project Bread in Fallon, but even those, because so many places apply, have cut down on how much they give out.
Will you still take food donations?
Absolutely. Any donation is very much appreciated and always is welcome. And if they do give us food donations, those are also a tax write-off if they request a receipt from us.
Oh, the food is too?
Absolutely is.
And what should they bring?
If they have a receipt to see if it's something they paid for, that's easy. If not, then we give a value to every item, and depending on the item depends on the value.
And even though we are well into the early throes of spring, Citizens for Citizens still have some money available for those seeking assistance paying their fuel bills.
Fuel assistance program ends April 30th, so we're urging as many people as possible to come in. So, you know, even if you haven't applied yet, come on in. We will be paying all the bills going back to November 1st through April 30th. So if you're coming in now and thinking that we're just going to start, you know, paying bills, you know, here in March, no, we would go back. So if you're in a utility, you know, like if you heat with gas or electric, you know, we get those bills going back to November 1st all the way up. So, and, you know, people who have deliverables, who have had deliveries, we take, you know, we get the tickets from the vendors going back to November 1st all the way up to April 30th. So, again, we're urging people to get in. Please apply.
As Women's History Month comes to a close this week, the Women's Center at Bristol Community College leaves us with these parting words to inspire women to aspire to reaching their goals.
So I think women have always been leaders. We juggle so many balls, from being a mother, from being in the workplace, from doing all this stuff. So we do things. So I think it's an opportunity to really highlight that and say, listen, you are a leader. You're already doing this. You're already the counselor in the community. You're already selling things on the side that you make at home. So just to share that opportunity, because sometimes we don't acknowledge our own leadership. So I think that word leadership is very broad, that we don't have to have a title behind it to say that we are a leader. We're leaders in different ways.
And we'll have more FRC Media News after this.
Hi, welcome to Hot Dogs and Cool Cats. Today we have Miss Maya. Maya down here, as you can tell, she's a little bit larger, but she's a 9-year-old calico. Now I know what you're thinking. Everybody assumes calicos, they're a little moody. Maya's actually a very mellow, especially for a calico. She's a very nice girl. And given her age and just her disposition, most of the time she just kind of hangs, she just kind of sleeps. And as you can see, as you're petting her, she just settles and she finds a nice place to work into. So she would do good in a home that's looking for like a lap cat, that sort of thing. You know, she's pretty independent when you're not around too. So so if you'd like to come down and meet Maya here, you can come down to 300 Linwood Street in Fall River, Massachusetts at Forever Paws Animal Shelter.
Welcome to Hot Dogs and Cool Cats. Today we have Javik. Javik is a 6-month-old male rat who's pretty cute. He is one of 24 rats, I believe, that we have. And out of them, we have 16 females. The rest are males. They're pretty awesome animals. They show a lot of emotions. They eat oxbow, dry rat food, along with a mixture of vegetables and fruits occasionally. They do love blueberries a lot though, so they are very low maintenance, low cost animals with a lot of love to give. Definitely a great first pet for a kid. So if you're interested in coming and checking out the rats, come on down to 300 Linwood Street in Fall River, Mass. We have a lot to choose from.
The Bristol County Chamber of Commerce will hold its annual Home and Garden event this weekend at Diamond Regional Vocational Technical High School. Here are the details.
It's Saturday, March 31st. It's from 9 to 2. It's free to the public. We have almost 45 vendors. We have a carver that's going to be selling carved wood. He's actually a graduate from Diamond Regional. He graduated in the culinary arts department and decided to carve something that would last. The South Coast Hospital's wellness van will be there for anybody that wants to come by and get their blood pressure taken. We have this year the farmers market. There's a group from the Swansea Farmers Market that will be there selling items from the farmers market. We have 2 artists that are going to be doing live paintings, and they're actually going to raffle off those paintings sometime during the course of the day. Dr. Kevin Gendra will be there talking about wellness. He will also be talking about one of his new books that are out for vaccinations for children. We have a seminar that's going to be going on where a woman is going to be showing you how to decorate cupcakes, which is a big fad right now. So there's a lot for everyone, not only people that own homes, but people that have children. Come in, stop by, you know, walk through the crowd. We even have the Girl Scouts there that will be selling Girl Scout cookies. So it's going to be a fun event. The Diamond Pack group will also be there with their Forever Food Fanfare. And they sell at reasonable prices, and that's to collect money for scholarships for the Diamond students. So like I said, there's going to be a lot going on. 9 to 2, Diamond Regional. That'll do it for this edition of FRC Media News. You can catch FRC Media News Thursdays and Fridays at 6 p.m., but follow us online at frcmedianews.org. On Sunday, 3 smokestacks at the shuttered Brayton Point power plant in Somerset were imploded as the process of demolishing that campus began. We leave you this week with video of the implosions filmed by our own Stephen Rice. For all of us here at FRC Media News, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great week. We'll see you next Thursday.